All right, we are live now. So let's see if anybody comes in, and we are open to have any questions, and I'll try my best to answer. Hello. Y'all can add any questions you want in the comments, and I will try to answer them as long as they are relevant. So feel free to ask right now any relevant questions about conscious manifestation, about anything like that. Any relevant questions. So let's see here. How to get love. So the thing about getting love is being love. If you are being, you are naturally attracting the thing that you want. And that is the thing about conscious manifestation, is becoming the man or the woman that you want to be. I know I sound like a broken record, but that's really it. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. When you want to attract something, you gotta be it first. You cannot have the things that you want without being the man that already got it or the woman that already got it. So you gotta internally shift your state of being to become what you want to be. And this is the hard thing about it, because many people are programmed to think that the outer world gotta change in order for you to change. Well, the truth of the matter is this is not true at all. You gotta change first, and the world around you will change. So if you want to manifest love, imagine how would you be like if you're already in love? How would you act? How would you talk? How would you walk? How would you do all the things? Like, try to imagine or conjure up the feeling of already being the man or the woman that you want to be, where you're already in love. Like, you are now having the relationship that you always wanted. How would you act? How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you like start your day? Would you be pissed in the beginning of your day? I guess not. You would be happy, you would be abundant in love, and that's the key, to feel as if what you want is already an accomplished fact. And I know sometimes it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard sometimes to just convince yourself. But repetition and embodying a state is one of the keys to become the man that you want to be. That's it. Kind of like fake it till you make it, if that makes sense. Do you believe in reality shifting? We are shifting billions of times per second, just like a movie strip. When it's running in front of you, like you can see it in the fourth dimension like that. You can see it all in front of you. But this 3D hologram that we are living in, it's just like watching a projector. And millions and billions of photos per second is running in front of your own eyes. And this like background energy is giving you, like, let me try to conceptualize this. If we have billions of parallel realities and you are operating on a certain frequency, you will experience that frequency. Then you are changing your inner state of being. By changing your inner state of being by the law of resonance, which is the universal law that merges both the linear time and the cyclic time, you are becoming more in resonance with what you want. When you are embodying a state, you are literally can measure it with certain instruments to see the effect of that in your energy field. So if we're talking about quantum physics, you are attracting the reality that you want right here, right now. So let's see here. Think the law of detachments as taught by Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is the best New Age concept me astray. I think we should focus on the actions and not the results. Total surrender. It goes hand in hand. Why do you think it's different than what I'm saying? It's the same. It's exactly the same. If you have what you want, would you look for it? Nah, you would be living your life internally knowing that it's yours. Surrender in this day and age is something that is so vague. People think that surrender is just letting it and just do whatever, to the point that they're thinking that they are the victims of their lives. And I disagree. You can do a lot of things, and you can choose a lot of things in your life. You can choose your own reality. There is nothing more like big than that. You can choose your own reality. So if you have this idea that, hey, I'm going to surrender, I'm just going to do actions. Listen, man, I saw people working 24/7 and they don't get anywhere. Don't tell me about surrendering to your actions when your actions are not balanced. If your actions are not harmonized, then you will do a lot of things and you will go nowhere. Unlike when you do actions that are aligned with your vision, and that vision is aligned with the divine wisdom. People don't get that. People don't have this idea that you gotta be harmonized first. They always tell you, like, listen to your body and all that. And I agree, listen to your body. But you are an open energy system. You are an open energy system. You are affected by everything around you, and you affect everything around you. So imagine that you are sitting behind like a cable, an electrical cable, and your mental and emotional state of being is all messed up. And you're thinking like, hey, my gut feeling is telling me to go get a pizza. This is not how it works. You gotta harmonize all these levels. This is why I talk a lot about the esoteric sciences and the sciences that are starting to become popular, like biogeometry and the project they did in Hamburg in Switzerland, and also in Hitchburg in Switzerland. And both these projects were so big in 2004. If they would have happened today, the internet would have been broken. Like, and probably the founder would have been killed. But if we're talking now about this, you gotta have a harmonized body emotionally, mentally, vitally. Doing things like playing sports, like eating right, doing all these things are one of those things that you can do every day to harmonize your whole body. So this is why you should actually consider cleaning up your diet. When I talk about this, most of the law of attraction people will tell me like, oh no, I want to eat this, I want to eat that. It's your choice. I'm not telling you you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm telling you that you don't have to. But the thing is, you are an open energy system. What you get in inside of your body is affecting your whole state of being. So why not just choose to be healthy in a way? Do you have any personal stories when it comes to reality shifting? Yes, check out some previous videos. We got, I got maybe like 3 or 4 videos about that. One of them with a person that actually, like, he encountered an event twice. One, each event was 10 years apart. I could say it like that. Do you have any personal success story? Yeah. Do you believe in miracles? Yes, you are the miracle itself. Do you believe in tests comes before your desired reality to see if you're really about the real deal, not giving emotional reaction to your 3D? Here is the thing. What you are seeing right now is yesterday's news. So this is your old state of being. It's not in a way that the universe is testing you. It's in a way that the reality is catching up. So you internally changed, but the reality around you is just catching up to it. You know, that's it. How to do that aligned or harmonized action? Not all, but most of the time, in tune with that higher wisdom coming from an indisciplined. Let me tell you something. To harmonize the world around you and yourself, let's take the physics of quality as an example. There is a rule that if you take a sample, say for example in a paint, and you harmonize it using like maybe geometrical shapes, you can affect the whole painting with just a sample. This is something from the physics of quality in biogeometry. When you do that, you only affected this small sample, but the effect was done on the whole wall, on the whole painting. So how do we harmonize ourselves? For example, if you are always pissed, you are always angry, and you feel that this is not you, probably there is a lot of vertical waves in your body. Our body is functioning most of the time, actually all the time, on the horizontal plane, on the magnetic plane. When we detect by certain instruments the vertical wave, we know that there is a disease or a progression of a disease. This vertical aspect is present in the 5G, in electricity, and all that. We have a certain method in biogeometry to cancel that, but the thing is, this vertical wave sometimes, and actually not sometimes, but always, affects the higher mental and emotional planes. These planes are, you know, are the reason to all your actions. So, for example, you can, I don't know if you know about this, but some of you guys asked me about this pendant, and I told you about it. And some of you asked me about how to harmonize that. This pendant is designed to electromagnetic fields, and it's called biosignatures. Each biosignature is resonating with certain body part and certain aspect of your emotional, mental, vital body. So you can wear something like that. I know some people will come like, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. Listen, man, throughout all the civilizations, people wore like things like necklaces, amulets, things like that. They didn't wear it because it was cool, they wore it for a purpose. So that's why I wear this, not to just show off or anything. So coming back to the harmonized action, every time you find yourself reacting, you stop and you ask yourself, you just take a deep breath and just ask yourself, what would the best version of me right now act like? What would he do? Then you'll get the answer instantaneously because you are coming to the circle, to the full circle, to the center. Like you are creating a circle, and a circle, naturally, it got a center in it. So you are going to the center. And that center brings with it the divine wisdom. What do you eat? Actually, most of the time, I eat natural things. I try most of the time to eat natural things. Like, I'm big on eggs, meat, fruits, not much vegetables, to be honest. But sometimes I fast, sometimes I don't. But usually, when it's full moon, I fast. Will this be live available afterwards? I don't know, actually. This is the first time to actually go live. Hey, I bought your ebook, but reality's still kind of shit. Who told you that the book is the answer to your reality? You are the answer. The book is just a permission slip. You have all the tools now. It's like closing out a door, and I give you a key, and you tell me the door is still closed. You gotta use the key to open that door. As simple as that. Are you born in December? No. Thanks for your answer. As we are spirits with a human experience, it's safe to say that all spiritual activities, like visualizing, becomes our first nature, and therefore more real than our reality. Listen, there is something. Your thoughts and your feelings are beyond time and space. You can think of the past and in the future. The electromagnetic spectrum, they always say that your thoughts are the electrical charge in the quantum field and your feelings are the magnetic charge in the quantum field. It got a dual nature. Like your thoughts and feelings got dual nature. They can exceed the speed of light. They are from out of time and space. They exceed that. You can go back with your thoughts to the past. You can go to the future. You can bring something from a parallel reality. So it's beyond time and space. So you can have whatever you want, literally. I'm not talking here philosophically and it sounds good. No, I'm talking about things that is now backed up by science, since you love to be backed up by science. But in the all civilizations, they all know about this. We think that we know everything. We don't know anything. And once you admit that you don't know anything, you start to know things. I appreciate your vulnerability, Playboy. Thank you for providing something for us to resonate with. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. How to feel so loved? By being loved, by feeling as if you are loved. Why do you think there is some scammers in the law of attraction community? Actually, there are some scammers. I didn't encounter one, but there are. And the fact of the matter is this. There are some people, let me tell you a story. There are some people that make great money, make a lot of money, and they are helping people, and I respect those people a lot. A lot. Like they are helping people, and at the same time, they are doing something that they love, and they are getting paid by doing them, like doing these things. And I respect those people. Those people are the real MVPs. But there are some people that are trying to apply the law of attraction, and it's not working for them. Why? I'm going to the esoteric deep side right now. So if you don't believe in it, I don't care. I have proof that this works. So this is about the root chakra and the sacral chakra. If these two chakras are not balanced, you can do whatever you want. But if these are not balanced, you cannot get prosperous if you're not balancing those. This is was this was in the Rosicrucianism, I think. Yeah, Rosicrucianism. Dr. Robert Gilbert talks about that a lot. I respect that man. Great guy. Actually, he's an instructor of biogeometry too. So these two chakras, this is why actually Dr. Joe Dispenza, or yeah, Dr. Joe Dispenza, there was someone else too. But yeah, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about like blessing the energy centers. And this is why when people like balance and harmonize their whole chakras, their chakra systems, or their energy wheels, you can call it whatever you want, they actually attract more abundance and more happiness into their lives. Because people, like especially the law of attraction gurus, forget about something. We are an open energy system. I can say that every single time. You could do all you want, and you can be sleeping on two crossings of grid lines. Search the grid lines of Hartman and Curry. Back in Germany, they discovered that. If you are sleeping on those, your body is full of vertical waves all night long. And it will be affecting your mental and emotional states. So these kind of things are the things that the law of attraction community don't understand. And they say that they are woo-woo when they are backed up by science and they are written on all the ancient temples. So you got to know about that. So back to the thing that some of the law of attraction gurus are scammers. They aren't trying to sell you something as much as they are trying to be someone else that they don't believe that they are. So they are trying to become maybe a great teacher, teaching the law of attraction. They are having difficulties because there is still some work to do. So this is why some of them come up as really genuine, and a lot of them come as scammers. Why is it multiverse is metaphysics? It ain't science. It is science. Search about that. Why is stupid and attractive to stay a victim if we are actually powerful? Because it's familiar to us. We are afraid of the unknown. And by the way, when I talk about this, I speak to myself too. Like don't think that everyone got his shit together, because it's not true. Not everybody got their shit together. And as a human being, you will fall, you will get back up, you will learn, and you will discover that when you fall, you will learn something really valuable. Well, which chakras? The root and the sacral chakra. The first two chakras. Well, low vibration explains a lot. Why if I scammer, scammer everywhere, not only in the law. Exactly, Carolina. Exactly. Exactly. When you are afraid of encountering something, you encounter it. So if you're afraid of scammers, you will find scammers. It works like that. How do I stay present all day long? By developing the present moment awareness. Most of the time, we are like zombies throughout the day. We don't even know that we are unconscious. We just go about our day and we don't appreciate the present moment. We are thinking in the future or in the past. But if you take, a few deep breaths and you just become aware of who you are, like you are breathing, okay, I'm blessed. Some people cannot breathe. They just are begging God to just breathe. So you are thankful for that. You have, a glass of water next to you. All right, I'm blessed. You have food in your fridge. All right, you're blessed. So you are becoming more aware of the present moment. So you are becoming more and more aware of where you are and who you are. And when you are in that state, you are thankful, you are grateful for what you have. It's impossible to be positive all the time because there is no light without dark. But the thing is to become in the center, to become Zen. When you are Zen and you know that everything that is happening to you is serving you one way or another, you are doing yourself a huge favor. Let's see. I often notice synchronicities with people discussing what I've been visualizing. Is that a sign my manifestation is real? Let me tell you something. If right now I told you that you already have what you want, would you look for signs? Yes, signs can be good. They can make you feel safe. But the thing is, when you are looking for something, it runs away. But when you are just good with or without it, paradoxically, it happens instantaneously. And this is the thing about detachment. You are not letting go of what you want, you are letting go of the need to want it. You know that you already have it, you know that it's yours, you know that everything is here and now. And in the future, I will just show you some things using certain instruments. I actually planning me and Reggie Palma, I don't know if you know him or not. We are launching a training that you can use these tools to know that you are sleeping well, you are in good position, maybe you are lying or sleeping on a grid line and you don't know, and you wonder why all the time you sleep in that position, your head is buzzing and you feel like there is a headache that will make your head explode. So we will go into that maybe in the next week or two. We are planning to do that. So stay tuned. Yeah, you ask great questions, man. Yeah, there are a lot of, a lot of info that are coming your way, guys. And the thing is, this info is most of the time needs a bit of initiation. This is why it's taking so long because I feel like not everybody will grasp the idea of the things that I will be putting in these books. Some of these things been hidden for years. You cannot find on the internet. So I don't know if I should do it or not. But the training is coming soon. You can see that it's a personal wavelength and visualization course. It's about using certain things that you can buy from anywhere. And you will actually see if when you visualize something, it's now in your energetic body or not. Once you see that it's in your energetic body, you know that you connected with it. It's here and now. So you will have more evidence to your subconscious mind that, hey, it's here. And once you get to that level, you won't need to look for evidence because you've seen it before. So this is the reason me and Reggie are doing this, gathering all the info about this course. Exactly. Signs mean that you are not living in the end. I don't understand the question, man. I don't understand that question. What good would living in the end do but deluding oneself? If you want to live in misery, man. Nobody's keeping you back. Delusion is only delusion until you do it. Then you are a genius. Go study the greats, man. That's all I'm gonna say, or woman. I don't know who you are, but go study these people, and you will realize that they always had someone that are telling them these kind of comments that are keeping them down. And when they achieved it, wow, we always knew that you are great. Ah, you didn't. You're just keeping them down. And the thing is, when I see this kind of comments, like literally, like maybe a few hours ago, someone took maybe 1.5 hours of their time and they created a fake account to message me on Instagram telling me, hey, this does not work. So you are so lazy to the point that you want to comment or you want to message me on Instagram with a fake account telling me that because you don't have the idea or you cannot conceptualize the idea of conscious manifestation when you've been already doing it day in and day out throughout your whole life. Like, read any Holly book, any of the three Abrahamic religions, for example, and you will find evidence that they all say the same thing about manifestation, about conscious creation, about becoming better and better and better. Here you are telling me, oh, I tried this. You tried. I don't try. I either do or don't. That's it, man. I'm not looking for signs, but today I visualized being in Dubai, and later a friend mentioned he's going there next week. I keep noticing these coincidences. Keep going, man. This is amazing. When you see those things, know something. When, for example, you visualize that you are in Dubai and you saw someone that is going to Dubai, remember the universe is what? Is you pushed out. So when you are seeing this, just stay in the knowing that you are there already. And you will see that all of a sudden you are going there and going there and going there. You know? So you internally know that you are already there. But the outer world is just reflecting back to you the change that you did internally. Synchronicities, it's normal. Just say, okay, nice, I'm already in Dubai. Exactly, Carolina, exactly. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello. How are you doing, RV? You're a Hindu? And what? Teachings go deeper than manifesting fleeting temporary desires. Okay, if that works for you, it works for you. While you are trying to pushing on us, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Good job. Or woman. Excuse me. Yes. Feeling is the secret because, and by the way, the best feeling that you can have is authenticity. This is the best thing that you can have. It's more than love. A lady told me you're meant to have everything you want. It's just taking some silly roller coaster time because I've been in wait zone for years. Is it true? If you believe it to be true, nothing is finalized. Let me repeat that for you. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is finalized. There is no end result here, you know? Yeah, exactly. But it's all good though. Like when you have a receptive mind to all the points of views, you kind of get to the point that you're not bothered by things anymore. And not all the time, of course, some people can be mean for no reason, and then you discover that there are maybe 12 years old and they are just bashing you for some reason because they didn't do their homework or something like that. I'm not bashing them, but this is the truth, and I saw it. Hello, Zyra. I don't know if I'm doing, pronouncing that correctly. I don't know how to pronounce I don't know how to pronounce that, man. But if you're reading this, be kind to the people in the chat, man. We're not here trying to fight because this is this is some deep analytical mind shit. And we're here talking about the right brain, the holistic you. Everything is here and now. I can show you a diagram. I don't know if if it's the right time to show you that, but maybe a bit later. It's hard to live in the end all the time. So in the time you did live in the end, wasted, and you will only get your manifestation if you live in the end 24/7. Not necessarily 24/7. The inception point is what you sleep with, because the subconscious mind is wide open when you are about to sleep. So keep that in mind. Neville, in his last years, was so big in imagining things one time only, so vividly, to the point that you wouldn't believe that this didn't happen in real life. To the point that you are like, wow, I was there. I experienced it. For example, right now I'm sitting on a chair. Do I need to believe that I'm sitting on a chair? I'm living in the end. I'm sitting on a chair. This is what you do before you go to bed, and you go to bed sleeping in that feeling of the wish fulfilled and watch the magic happens. I want to live a life of my dreams, fulfilling all my needs in terms of health, relationship, financial, and spiritual growth. But it's hard to visualize what to do. Also, only visualization works. You can decide now that you are the man or the woman that you want to be, and that's enough. Visualization is a vehicle that you can take to get to your wish fulfilled. That's it. If anybody is telling you that this is the right technique and this is the right technique, they are all tools. It can work for you, and it can work for this guy and that guy, and sometimes it doesn't. Why? Because not everybody is the same. Visualization might work for you, affirmations might not. Affirmations might work for you, and visualization might not. So you gotta be flexible, and you can just decide that, hey, I am that man or that woman. If you can't visualize for some reason because you are distracted or anything, you can imagine that you are hearing what implies that you are the man that you want to be. I get tired of trying to feel. Now I feel like I'm forgetting how to feel, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Feel the gratitude. Feel the gratitude. Like, that's it. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Hey, I want this. To desire something is to have it. You already have it. How do you feel now? You already have it. I'm not even kidding. You already have it right now. How do you feel? Oh man. What is your preferred tool? Actually, let me tell you a quick story. Back in 2015, I was in my last year in high school. And the following year, I would be in college. So I wanted to get a pretty decent score. And I wanted to get to the Faculty of Pharmacy. And I did, by the way. So here's what I did. Back in the day, I internally, because you internally know that everything, all what you are hearing right now is true. So I internally knew that this is true, but I didn't have a name for it. So here's what I do. I did something really interesting. I took a piece of paper and a pen, and every single day I would talk to myself like, hey, you did great today. You are this and that. Don't give up. You are already there. And at some point, I started to draw my future. I started to draw it. And I got the exact marks that would get me to the School of Pharmacy or the Faculty of Pharmacy. So this is one of the things that I always tell to people. You are always manifesting, whether you like it or not. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it manifestation. You can call it reality creation. You can call it bimbo. You can call it whatever you want, man. But the thing is, techniques are only permission slips. You can use them if they work for you. But you can just decide right now that you are the man that you want to be, and the world will reflect that back to you. Whatever you want. Just like the baby blue car that I mentioned a couple of videos ago. If you imagined a baby blue car. I guarantee you in the same day you would encounter a baby blue car. Why? Because you are not putting it on the pedestal and you know that it's not hard. So why not treating everything as if it's not hard? Because it's not. We are putting meaning on things. You can manifest a baby blue car right now and you will see it in front of you. Why not take the same example and put it to something big, quote unquote? It would be easier, right? When you stop to put labels on things, things becomes, these things become easier. And it will be more evident for you when you manifest, let's say, the small things, and then you progress. You're building the confidence. Before I sleep, I try to cover the sensation and feeling of what I want. I automatically feel indifferent and abundance. After I decide that I have it, I go to sleep in that state. Perfect, Irian, perfect. That's it. That's it, guys. This is it. This is how you do it. I am like that now. I am already. So not much with techniques. Exactly, Carolina. This is what I'm talking about. You guys are amazing. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, Irian. I have had some crazy experiences a few years ago. I had 3 dreams of winning the lottery, and the feeling I had was electrifying. Perfect. Perfect. Keep that feeling. Feeling is the secret, guys. And when I talk about feeling, talk about the acceptance of the fact that you are who you want to be. You are that man or that woman. It's hard to visualize sometimes what to do. Imagine like you are hearing something. Don't try to put effort into it. It's got to be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. Got to be easy, man. So just imagine that you are hearing somebody congratulating you on your fortune or something like that. A visualization is hard to do for you. And be optimistic. Don't be pessimistic. And do some great work. Like go to the gym. Do something. By the way, when you are going to the gym, you are entering any kind of sport. You are entering into the right brain mode, the holistic you. You are becoming one with creation, with everything. With the universal resonance, you are at a higher state, so you will attract more things into your life. Great analogy with the baby blue car, like Neville said after the ladder exercise. You could have manifested 1 million bucks in cash. Yes, yes, yes. What is your take on taking something off the pedestal? Actually, it, it's something that you have to work on because there is a kryptonite for everyone. Like just like Superman, everybody got his own kryptonite. There are some things that when you think about it, you naturally feel like it's so important to you, and you feel like, damn, I'm so attached to that thing, to that girl, to that money, to that car, to that house. And this is why the omnipotent wisdom got to be in this divine power, this BG3 centering quality. We'll talk about that in future videos. So if you want to take something off the pedestal, you got to know first that just like the car, just like the ladder, just like all that, you can easily manifest what you want. When you take off the labels, take them off. Treat everything as it's normal. It's nothing to you. You can have it. You are an infinite being. You can have whatever you want, right? There are other techniques if you can't visualize. Yes. What do you think of the promise Neville talked about? Neville talked about the promise as the law and the promise. So when you imagine something as if, when you assume something as being real, you will experience it. This is the promise. You don't have to know how, you don't have to know when. All you have to do is do your job. What is your job? Is to embody a state that you are the man or the woman that you want to be. And once you do, game over. You will have it. And by the way, there is a comment that someone like someone commented that, what if I wanted something back in the day and now I don't? Then this is why it didn't manifest in the first place, because you didn't want it. You just kind of wanted it. So be specific and be careful what you wish for, because sometimes it can happen instantaneously and then you would realize, wow, I didn't want that. Then, as Neville said, come another time, because you got to know what you want. I don't know if I'm going through the let go stage. Maybe that's why I'm on and off with the manifestation of the desired, perhaps. Maybe. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Will that timeline change to a desired one? If you believe it to be so, if you believe that you're shifting, you will. If you believe that nothing is happening, then nothing will happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. This is the truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I will repeat that for the third time. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And the only real change comes from inside. Once you change, everything will change. And I want to tell you something, guys. Be true to your own self and face your own fears. If you have a fear about something, face it and ask yourself, what is the worst possible scenario that could happen? See it in front of your own eyes. Validate it. It's here, but I'm not choosing it. I'm choosing something else. By doing that, you are not resisting it, because what you resist persists. You're not resisting it. You're simply acknowledging the existence of that thing and choosing another thing that is more compatible with who you are. Thank you, Carolina. Thank you, Carolina. Yeah, maybe in the future there will be more lives. Exactly. The change is within. You're welcome. You're welcome, Zaira. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, pronouncing it correctly. You want to manifest a job. All my friends got a job, but I'm here trying, because you are trying, man. You are trying. There's no trying here. You either be or don't be. You either be or don't. You decide. You decide. Know what you want. See yourself already having it. Don't look in anyone's page. This is your own test, per se. You have your own paper. This is your own page. You have your own race. Look at yourself only. Because let me tell you something. You might not be aware of it, but sometimes you can be envious of people. And this is a very low vibration. So don't fall into that trap. When you see someone that is having the life of your dreams, bless them. Be happy for them. And with the universal law of resonance, you will become resonant with that guy, with that woman. And you will become more happier, because you will be on the same vibration as them. Go to the end, assume you're rich, forget about a job. That's the approach. Yes. That's the approach, to be honest. That's a good one. That's a good one. So that's it for today's live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And maybe in the future we will have more. So there is a last question here. Let's check that out. After I have manifested something, I need help with being patient. Knowing my God self is working on it. How do you do this? There is something that I think it's in the Bible. I'm not sure, to be honest. but it's in one of the three Abrahamic religions, and it's in all of them, to be honest. Be still and know that I am God. So God is talking to his prophets and telling them, be still and know that I am God. So everything is God. The identity itself, like beyond time and space, we cannot conceptualize. But everything in front of us is a manifestation of the One. So you are one on one with the One. So by knowing this, you are becoming more in harmony with the divine wisdom. Once you are in that harmony, you are in the knowing of who you are. So I hope that helps. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this live, and I hope you enjoyed the occult science kind of talk that I did in the beginning. And make sure you check out the last video. I uploaded one today. It's a very important one, and it's about something really esoteric. It's about reincarnation and past lives. Make sure you check that out. Don't miss it. It's one of the most important videos that I made, to be honest. So make sure you check that out. If you need any help regarding the techniques, you know where to find the techniques in the ebook. And stay tuned because there is a big book coming your way. So that's it for today's video. Have a great rest of the day. Goodbye.